Vague refers to something that is unclear or imprecise in its meaning or intention. Inconsistent, on the other hand, refers to something that does not remain the same or is not uniform in its behavior or quality.
Let's do it indeed.
Okay, so this is episode 24. I actually counted.
24.
24.
Man.
So we were right last week when we said 23. Look at that.
Exactly.
Although I guess I'm not surprised that I'm right. You know how it goes.
Jeez.
Always. You don't have that shirt on, though.
Mm.
You just have a plain old boring Darth Vader shirt on.
Hey, it's a Celebration Darth Vader shirt.
This is true.
Yeah, it's old school.
Yep.
It's a couple year old school.
2 years.
2022.
Yeah.
It's only London removed, so only one more is ahead of this one. So that's pretty good.
That's true. I have my Ralph McQuarrie
Yeah.
Roosevelt's
The good one.
literal work of art.
Hey,
Everybody at work's like, what is that? It kind of looks like Star Wars. I'm like,
Wow.
look, it's Friday. I ain't trying to go to jail. So.
For real.
I won't slap you as hard as I normally would. I'll do it 50%.
If I wore a Mona Lisa, you would know it. Why don't you know this?
Yeah.
This is more impactful culturally than the Mona Lisa.
More people have seen it than the Mona Lisa.
Exactly.
Well, not that porn where it's moaning Lisa, but either way.
I saw that one.
No, I thought that was your first one you made, Lou.
No, her name wasn't Lisa.
Ah.
Fellas, welcome to the party. How's your week been?
Let's see. What do we do? Oh, so since we recorded, we went to go see Bluey's Big Play.
Oh, yeah.
At Smith Center. That was actually pretty good. So it wasn't like people in costumes or anything. They had like puppets. So there are people out there puppeteering.
Dude, how big were these puppets?
They were very big.
Yeah,
like Lion King big.
Kinda. I mean, like the people were still taller than them, but they were pretty good sized puppets.
All right.
But it was written by the people that write the show. The music was done by the guy that does it, the music for the show, and it was voiced by the cast. So it was like a whole episode.
Oh, that's kind
of
cool.
A little longer than an episode. Yeah.
I was gonna say episodes were like 9 minutes. Tell me it was longer than 9 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It was a good hour or so. I think 90 minutes. I think is what the program said.
Yeah,
so
I guess.
Bandit. Do you want spoilers? I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say go ahead because now that you said that, I'm like, man, maybe I should have got tickets when they went on sale for out here.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Like Bandit said that he was going to leave his phone off all weekend and play with the girls. So he didn't. He started reading a lawn care article that Lucky's dad sent him. So they stole his phone, hijinks ensue, and Bingo's copying Bluey the whole time. And Chili said, well, little sisters want to copy their big sisters because that's, is who they look up to. More hijinks, etc., etc. Lucky's dad shows up, drama. And then at one point, Bluey asks Chili, she's like, well, do you have a sister? And she's like, yeah, I have an older sister, Brandy. And she's like, I don't remember her. Why don't we know her? She's like, it's complicated. So hijinks. Everybody plays. They're all happy. And at the end, she calls Brandy up. And she's like, hey. So it obviously takes place before the onesie episode. And then when they came out... I was just going to
ask that. Thanks.
I know. You were on the edge of your seat, Duke. Edge of your seat. Does she have a sister?
That's all I want to know.
They come out and do their bows. And then they throw these big wubble bubbles out to the audience. And everybody plays Keepy Uppy for like 15 minutes. So that was kind of cool.
Right on.
Oh, we got 15 minutes of downtime in this show. What are we going to do?
Right.
We'll just throw beach balls into the crowd. Kids. Everybody will love them.
Duke's about to go get a Roosevelt's Bluey shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm on the website right now. I'm on eBay. $600 Bluey shirt done.
I did buy a tour shirt because it had the grannies on it.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, sold.
Mm-hmm.
we went to go see Harold and the Purple Crayon. I liked it. It was actually very enjoyable. Do you guys know the book?
No.
No. So it's a book about
I
this
knew the
little
book
kid.
a long time ago, but he gets like the crayon.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So he has a purple crayon, and he can draw whatever he wants, and it comes, to life. It's for real. He draws his friends, a moose and a porcupine. But this goes further. Like Harold grows up, and then the narrator stops narrating his life. He's like, "So WTF, bro?" So he makes a door, and he comes into the real world, and then people want to steal his crayon once they figure out who he is and everything. But it was pretty good. Really, the only person was Zachary Levi, Chuck. Who else was in it? I don't think anybody of any note. Just people.
I like that your reference is Chuck and not Shazam.
Chuck. Flynn Rider.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, not Shazam.
Chuck
Or
was such
what
a
was
good show.
the football movie he did? I didn't watch that one.
He did a football movie? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where he was Kurt Warner.
Where he was Kurt Warner, yeah. I think it was called Warner.
American Underdog. There we go.
Really?
I think that's what it was called.
Never saw it.
Nope.
Same.
I don't think anybody did. So
yeah.
More people have seen Borderlands than have seen American.
Speaking of which,
Lou saw Borderlands.
yes, no. There were 11 other people in the theater on a Tuesday morning at 10:55, which is surprising. I was expecting to be the only one in there, and I don't know why this movie is getting so much hate. I enjoyed the hell out of it. This movie was fun.
Were they watching the movie, or were they all making out?
Oh well, here's the weird thing. They were like senior citizens.
Well, yeah, that means that they got dropped off there.
Like, how do they know about Borderlands? That's my thing. I'm sitting there watching this. I look around.
Dude.
Well, somebody was just talking about how he's a month and a year from being 50. So
yeah, but they were 20 years older than me. So these people were in their 60s or 70s. So like they definitely
they get their senior discount tickets. They just watch everything in the theater. They don't care.
It was Tuesday. There is no senior discount. It's only one price on Tuesdays.
Even better. It's probably cheaper than their senior discount.
And it probably was.
So
actually.
they just go watch everything.
It's probably like $1.50 cheaper. But
they were mad you were there.
Probably. They're expecting
like,
nobody. That's why I like to go first thing in the morning, because these damn college kids won't be there to ruin it.
all the old people are in there. He's the problem with society. He don't even got no goddamn job, and he's still at the movies.
Yeah. Hey, I got 6 credits left, so I'm good. And Tuesdays, so I got 6 credits and Tuesdays. I'm good to go to the movies. But yeah, again, I maybe it's because I don't remember the game that much, so I don't remember if it's like right or wrong. "Quote unquote," right or wrong, from what's supposed to happen, a one for one shot of Borderlands 1 or whatever. But having like not remembering any of that or whatever, I didn't care and didn't want to have anything compared to, just letting it do its own thing. By no means, just like Deadpool and Wolverines, by no means was it a good movie in the sense of story. But I was entertained. I was laughing most of the time. Claptrap was the asshole that he's supposed to be. I don't understand what I'm missing of why there is so much hate for this movie. But I easily would go watch this movie again. I thought it was funny enough, and I was entertained enough. A little bit predictable, but most movies are these days. So what are you supposed to do? But yeah, I don't get it. I'll have to do some more reading up on, because I didn't read any of the hate articles or the one like article. But whatever.
Her review was, I had a good time, bro. Whatever. So
yeah,
there you go. You agree.
That's basically it. Again, this is not winning any kind of awards.
It'll win some Razzies.
If it does, I won't know how. If it does, I won't know how it wins a Razzie. I enjoyed the popcorn. Craziness.
Offended by Tiny Tina's Ebonics.
It is now up to 10%, by the way.
I can't. Well, it depends on which one you click. Like one of the reviews is like 9%, the other one's 15%. Although I did see that the people review, the non-critics, dropped down to like 30-something%. I need to give it my review.
Right.
A truly
You log into all
elaborate
the
here's a positive review. A truly elaborate production design in which real sets are seamlessly combined with digital effects. Something that does not necessarily happen in the industry's blockbuster. And then it quotes, it says, full review in Spanish. I don't know how that's relevant, but
yeah. I don't remember Tina talking Ebonics, actually.
It's not as bad as you think, but it's not good either. That was somebody who gave it a tomato.
Just one tomato.
If you're going by story, that's probably correct. Again, if you're looking to be entertained, you're looking to laugh, you're going to enjoy this movie. If you're looking for great plot and all this, then skip this movie. It's simple as that.
There you go. Borderlands is not a good movie, but it is a prime example of how intelligently non-intelligent life existed and exists in unintelligent science fiction, where the misses are more interesting than the occasional hits.
Okay, I could support that.
That's the best review ever.
I was gonna say I could probably support that. Yeah. That's about right.
Oh shit! Review also in Spanish, by the way, in quotes at the end. So I'm guessing that's just the translation, but
yeah, that's what I'm guessing too. Now that you say that, but yeah,
Was Moxie hot?
I mean, it's Gina Gershwin or whatever her name is. So, but
Bound.
But here's the problem, and I would say, because I can't say yes. I mean, she did the role right, but how they went and made this a bunch of 50-year-olds and older instead of the age of the cast it's supposed to be, I don't understand that. When Lilith is supposed to be in her mid-20s, and Moxie is probably supposed to be 40s, and I think she is probably, I think the actress is probably 50, 60 by now. But it just Roland, Kevin Hart is Roland. I don't get that casting. Jack Black, Mr. Assassinate the President, he's probably the best part of the movie and casts absolutely perfectly.
As a follow-up, Gina Gershon is 62.
There you go.
And
Lilith.
Kate Blanchett is 55. Again, amazing. They both look amazing.
For
their age, but
they're
appropriate for a movie about a bunch of young.
They're and then not to mention Jamie Lee Curtis's character. They're all the Dr. Tanis, I think. They're all like 30 years out of place. Like, come on now.
Well, that was actually when the movie started being developed, and they just kept them.
Shit, there's probably some truth to that. Yeah, let's be real. There's probably some truth to that. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And then tonight you saw Alien.
Well, this afternoon, 3:00 of the first showing, I went and saw Alien Romulus. That one, let's see, probably 20 or 30 people in the theater. I mean, it's 3 PM, so what do you expect?
Yeah. Unemployed people.
Yeah, basically. It's about to murder the people to the right of me because they kept making noise with their concessions, but they calmed down after a little bit, so it was fine.
After the trailers ended and they were done with all their food, after the 35 minutes of trailers.
Man, no, I'm okay with noise during trailer. You can talk during a trailer, play on your phone. You can do whatever you want during the trailer. Once the movie starts, we're going to have a problem. But other than that, I don't give a shit. Do what you want. It's a trailer. It's a commercial. It's a whatever. Yeah. So that hasn't bothered me in years. But the moment the lights go down and you can tell, even matter of fact, you can even talk or whatever during the pre-shit with all the 20th century fanfare and all that. Fine. The moment we're actually into the movie, though, it'll be confrontational. I will make sure of it. But yeah, so no review on that one. I really don't want to say anything because anything I say is going to skew you one way or the other. That's just the nature of the beast. So when you guys get your chance you're watching it this week, Duke? Tuesday. I know, Jack, you're on Sunday, right?
Yep. So we can talk about it next.
Okay, so next week we'll talk about it. I went by myself today. I'll go with SO tomorrow, so 10 a.m. showing.
SO.
No shawarma, so you don't need to wait for anything. after I watched the entire credits, and there's nothing to wait
They're not
for. So.
respectful for everybody that put their blood, sweat, and tears into the movie.
Exactly. No animals were harmed in the making of this movie.
And we'd like to thank the state of Georgia.
I was going to say exactly that. We want to thank Georgia and
or Canada,
city of Vancouver.
Yep.
Y'all did great. Yeah, I guess the only review that I'll give you is I'm not sad. I'm seeing it again tomorrow at 10. So.
Okay.
It is scoring 82% on Rotten Tomatoes for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, have you guys seen any reviews? I didn't see any.
I just that one headline I sent you that he outdid Ridley Scott.
Oh,
but that's
gotcha.
got to be talking about like Prometheus though, because he did not do better than the first Alien movie. Come on.
Yeah, 1 and 2 were. I mean, those things are legends. So let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's see. If they do, I think I'm trying to not spoil anything here. But if you're gonna watch one of the movies beforehand, because if you didn't know, I didn't know this. The time frame was between Alien and Aliens. Mm-hmm. It's 20 so or 22 years after the first one. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I learned that just before I went to go watch the movie. And one of the coolest, I guess this is my one quote unquote spoiler. One of the coolest, most excellent callbacks was actually from Aliens. So technically this happened first, but yeah, it was a great callback. I was like, oh, that's awesome, and and actually the entire audience caught it, so that was kind of cool. You should.
It's good that the concession people were quiet at that point so they could get it instead of being overwhelmed by the sound of their
or thrown out of the theater when I tossed them. So yeah, either way. But yeah, I think you guys will like it. So yeah.
Excellent. We're gonna go see Coraline on Saturday. Little one loves
Coraline movie yet?
No, it's just it's an
25th anniversary,
25th or something. Yeah.
There are so many of those on the Fandango list.
Right? But she likes Coraline, so why not?
So many
go watch that before we go to the Raiders.
Oh, that's right. Cool.
Raiders.
The only thing I have like that is the next 4 months, Cinemark does their classics, so I'll catch August. I think the rest of the year. I think this month is Rear Window. Hitchcock, and then I think next month is Blazing Saddles.
Nice. That movie offends me, Lou. You can't watch that.
Right? That's okay. It offends me too.
I'll
go and be. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Lou, don't forget next week your boy's on screen, so you can buy tickets for that right now. So
can't ring all the time.
You know what? I will tell you the trailer that I saw today wasn't as bad. He still looks stupid. I still think that's horrible, but I would pay $5 to watch it.
Oh wait, there's a movie coming out called Am I Racist?
Seriously? Right on.
Matt Walsh transforms himself into a certified diversity, equity, and inclusion expert, only to uncover a world where profit, not principle, drives the agenda.
Ooh.
Oh, and here I thought it was just a camera that followed me around.
Well, the movie after that would be called Yes. It wouldn't be Nope.
Nope. Yep.
Yep.
I was going to say Matt Walsh of all people. All right. I mean, that's not going to be a skewed movie at all. No bias there. Man. Although, did you guys see that bullshit with Apple? They're like, no white males apply, please. Like, you can't even apply. They're banned from applying. It's female with an asterisk next to female, so they could explain that if you identify as female, you get to apply. Something about their, I think it's like Apple training like camp or whatever it is, but it was basically female, black, what is it? Indigenous and Hispanic. That's all who's allowed to go. I was like, isn't that racist? Isn't that illegal? I thought you couldn't do that. If it's not for a job, it's fine. If it's for your private camp, fine, do whatever you want. But try that shit if that was just whites only, and see what would happen. But hey,
You can't be racist against white people. You can't be racist against the ruling class.
The ruling class.
Prejudice, but it's not resident.
You mean Kamala? You mean so you can't be prejudiced against Indians and blacks? Is that how it works?
I'm sure she has some white in
She gets white in her like probably a couple times a week. Hey.
Is her husband white?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Yes,
Is
he's
he?
Jewish. I mean, he's Jewish, but I believe he's also white.
Wow. Huh. How's she going to win the Free Palestine voting people?
Hypocrisy. Duh.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Democrats. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, politicians.
Very white.
And then my mom. She's like, dude, the vice president that she's her running mate looks like the skipper from Gilligan's Island. I'm like, Mom, really?
I mean, he did.
I said the same thing. I'm like, man, Mom, you need to stop it. Then I looked him up. I'm like, oh shit. Damn Gilligan's Island theme in my head all day.
I'm talking shit about him. That's Duke's mayor, his governor of Minnesota.
Yeah, that fake military. Oh my god, I did freaking National Guard for 24 years. Do you understand that equates to like 3 years in real military world?
So he embellishes. All politicians embellish.
There is that. How about the let me jump out of going to Iraq thing? How about that?
That was months before. I read about that. He had already set up his quitting before that, allegedly.
Is that any different than having your dad pay the doctor to say you have shin splints?
Yes.
But you know what? He doesn't fuck couches, so then we're
True enough.
Hey man, some of them couches are comfy. Hey, don't hate.
Did you guys see the pictures of JD dressed in drag?
I refuse to.
Yeah.
Why? That'd be kind of cool. I've done it. I did Halloween. I got my French maid outfit. I look good too.
You're way more attractive than JD Vance.
Okay, there is that.
They said his drag name is Ashley Furniture. I fell off the chair.
You fell out your chair right under the couch.
Oh my god, that's funny. I like that.
Well,
I
guess I rolled off my chair since I was fucking my chair.
Yeah, do it right. But if you get
no wonder you got lower back problems.
I fell out my chair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there. Now you're talking. It's like on the bright side, a lot of them chairs and couches had lots of divots and creases. It'd be like having an orgy. Right? So I can just bang a different pocket every freaking night.
That nice satin going on.
She's like, ooh, fancy tonight. We in gay Paris.
Why do you have 5 different materials on your cushions? Depends on my mood tonight.
Exactly. Hey-o.
Tonight's going to be a corduroy night.
Hey, don't hate on corduroy.
Ripped for my pleasure.
I miss my corduroy jeans, quote unquote jeans and
I'm
pants.
so glad only 3 people listen to this podcast.
Nope. Nope, because this week when I upload and put tags in, I have JD Vance, Kamala Harris, everything.
Yeah.
And then more people will click on it. It'll hit the algorithm.
Hashtag couchfucker.
I'm going to make that one too.
There was one time. That reminds me. Mean Girls is another one is on Cinemark coming up. Blazing Saddles, well. Cinemark. Didn't it already? I thought Shaun of the Dead already.
I show it as coming up.
Oh, so. Okay. Well, there's one more because I like the last ones. It's that White Christmas. That's what it is. And I know it's Blazing Saddles, Mean Girls, White Christmas. I missed Neverending Story last month. Rear Window, and there's one more, but I can't remember what the hell it is. So. All right, Duke, you do your homework. Go ahead, Jack. What were you going to say before he does his homework?
I still cry when the horse goes in the mud. Artax. It's my boy.
Wait, which? You
were going to tell us like movies that are coming out, I thought.
I know, I failed.
Oh, okay. In that case, Red 1, I saw a proper trailer for that. That actually looks like an L on my screen. You got it the right way. Red 1 looks pretty damn good. Where you've got The Rock and Simmons. Is it J.K. Simmons?
Yeah, J.K. Simmons, like yoked out Santa.
Yep, and Santa gets kidnapped, and then hilarity ensues. Man, I saw like a 30-second teaser and didn't know anything about it. Today, I got to see during Romulus, got to see the full trailer. That looked hilarious. That's why when it came up earlier in the group thread, I was like, Red one. The other trailers were all like repeats, but that looked good.
Did you see the new Transformers 1 trailer?
No, did not see that one
It
yet.
focuses more on the drama. It makes it look good. I wouldn't be mad about watching it after that trailer. Because it's less of the haha funny. It's more of the drama of what goes in.
See, yeah, that's what I want to see. If I want haha funny, bring in Gridlock.
Right.
Bring in the Dinobots and some other like that type of shit. But no, I forgot about it. I was out when you mentioned it, so I think. So when I came back, I forgot to look it up. I looked at some other trailers. Oh, I know what I did. I looked up all the D23 trailers. And then D23 news, TV shows, all the stuff coming out. The stuff that's not coming out, like Eternals 2 now.
Well, again, nothing's coming out outside of the 4 things that they talked about. So
yeah, no Blade. I mean,
well, it doesn't mean that it won't come out, but it's not something that's
on
on
the
the calendar
schedule.
right now.
Yeah.
So the schedule has been snapped basically.
You guys got proved wrong since they showed Iron.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of that one. Like, what is that going to do for the future? Unless they want her on Battle World, so for Secret Wars. But other than that, it's like, okay, they need to drop that like they did with Echo. That show is going to get crushed by the critics and all the YouTube people.
Well, I'm guessing depending on how the contracts were written, that stuff, as much as I'd like to see a Blade with Marshala Ali,
I'm
guessing it's probably not going to happen. Like, I would imagine at some point you're going to read something in the Deadline or Hollywood Reporter that's going to say, "Oh, he's no longer attached."
I mean, it's been 5 years.
I think it's been, but it's also been like rewritten. Like the stuff that I've read that they have done.
Yeah, but only 4 times though, and like 6 directors. So they still got a ways to go before they give up.
If a lot
before it turns into Borderlands.
Yeah, exactly. Which means it'll be entertaining.
And then Lou will be excited about it.
Yeah, then I know it'll be entertaining. It's just not critically. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how excited I am.
Did you watch Skeleton Crew? I don't think I talked to you before. Last time you didn't say if you watched Skeleton Crew or not.
Yeah, I didn't last time. I had since. So I'm not impressed. I mean, it just looks like Goonies in space.
Which is how they've promoted it since they started it, though. So they're delivering on what they promised.
Okay, in that sense, they're doing it right. But can they do it right? I was like, what? Because this has been done for a little while now. So what Disney woke BS are we going to get? That's all I'm concerned about. I was hoping
kids who never carry bags around, but yet always still have clean clothes on. That was like
it's space material, bruh.
If there's a white male in it, he's probably the bad guy. So we have to consider that.
It's Jude Law. He's a Jedi.
Yeah, so he's probably the bad guy because they don't like Jedis anymore. They made a point of that in the Acolyte that Jedis are bad.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, that's a good point. What time frame is? Oh, this is between Empire and Jedi, huh?
Lou, what were you? What was that show you mentioned? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
Acolyte.
He deleted that along with Rise of Skywalker.
Something else I have no idea. All right, I'm getting lost in this conversation, guys. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So stop being weird and talking about Legends stuff and stuff that didn't actually really happen.
That's our headcanon.
Right. Put it in Legends for sure. Ugh. I can't roll my eyes enough on that one. Ugh. So bad.
Agatha looks good.
Agatha does look
if
good.
It turns into a musical episode.
You know what? That wouldn't bother me one bit. Agatha, I mean, I enjoyed the last half of WandaVision, so I could probably watch WandaVision now and be fine with the first half because I know the second half is coming. But yeah, Agatha, for this whole don't need this, who wants this, I'm actually intrigued by it now. Again, don't know the point. Like, is it just a standalone, or is it going to further the Marvel universe in any way? Again, everything for me. If I don't know, I got to get away from the attitude of if it's not set up for Secret Wars and Battle World, do I care? And
that case, did you watch Werewolf by Night?
Yes.
That didn't do shit for shit.
No, but it was a one-off, like one thing, hour and a half, whatever it was. I'm fine with that.
Right.
But if you're going to give me a series, 8 episodes, like what I want to know what the point is, and the point could just be those episodes. And again, it goes back to what you always say: the expectations. If I can expect, as I move myself, if I can expect it's going to be just a standalone, had nothing to do with the bigger picture, I could probably be okay with that. I was like, okay, I know not to look into anything, just let it be its own thing and enjoy the hell out of it. It's like, oh, sweet, I can do that.
I'm guessing that's what you're going to have to do, because since we're not sure since Scarlet Witch is supposedly dead now, like, what is Agatha's role in everything, right? Like, and because because her only connection to the MCU was Wanda. And now that Wanda is no longer a connecting thread, I almost feel like they were like, well, we'd already moved forward with Agatha enough and we really like the character, so we're going to create this, like, multiverse tangent. You know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they didn't mention it, if it felt like a completely isolated series from everything else, where they didn't talk about the Avengers or talk about the multiverse or anything like that. Like, it was just on its own path. So,
I mean, if that's how it is, I'm fine. Like I'm totally fine with that. Again, if that's how it is, but I got to stop doing the expectation thing. I think I need to keep my expectations for the movies. I should expect more from the movies.
You're not wrong. You should expect, again, lowest bar, just entertain me.
But I think with the
Marvel, you know? but I think that has to be, you have to fold that into the Marvel stuff overall, right? What's the point? Mm-hmm. It's am I entertained, and why am I watching this? How does this fit into the bigger picture?
And that's on them for training us that way.
Right. No, I'm not saying it's Bob Chapek.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not
Bob Paycheck.
The other Bob Iger is the problem. Not Chapek wasn't the problem. Iger was the problem. Iger threw Chapek out there to get ran over. Yeah, threw him under the bus so he could come back in and try to be the hero, and all he's doing is still screwing up. So, but Iger, I don't have any problem with Chapek. Iger is the problem.
But we don't know if he's screwing up, because nothing's came out since Iger's been back in the fold.
That tells you right there that he's screwing up. That's the fact that there's nothing that's been out since he's been back in the fold. I mean, right there, that should be enough to be like, oh, why don't we have anything?
But if all they're putting out is shit like Secret Invasion, I would rather not have anything. I would rather them put out good stuff than just keep shoveling shit on to the pile.
See, I would rather them, I don't know, do a better job over the last 5 years, 4 years. You're going to tell me over the last 4, I guess, when was Endgame? 19? 19.
Yeah, since Endgame.
Yeah.
So 5 years now, you're going to tell me in 5 years that he's back under control and all this, he couldn't come up with one decent thing?
He hasn't been around for 5 years, though. It's only been a year.
No, you're kidding, right?
No, Chapek was in power.
Iger never even get rid of his office, dude. He never even got rid of his office at Disney. All he did was throw Chapek out there for like 2 years to take all the hits that Iger knew was coming. And he took all the hits, and everybody thinks it was Chapek's fault. So he did his job, right? Look at it that way. He did his job. Everybody thinks it's Chapek's fault, except for some of the board. Some of the board understands that it's a Iger issue. But I mean, okay, let's see. We got Deadpool and Wolverine. They made $1 billion. It'll probably make 1.2, 1.3 when all said and done. That's fine. Now, what are they going to follow it up with? That's going to be the determining factor. You had back-to-back wins, Inside Out 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine. So
ship is
they have to. I mean, the ship is, honestly, it is. They just got to keep it up now. So what's the next thing? Anybody? I don't know. What's the next thing coming out from them?
Moana 2. I have the list up right now of all the stuff they announced on.
Okay,
I think it was Friday night.
So Moana 2, November.
Well, I don't have dates. I just have a list of.
No. I know that one's November. So that's
Moana
good.
2. Are we excited about that?
No.
Jack, excited about Moana 2?
I think I watched the first one once and in pieces. I know the songs though. You're welcome.
Yeah, that one I remember. It took me probably until the 3 years of it being out. before I finally saw it on Disney Plus.
Frozen 3.
That's later. Next. Yeah, it's too late.
But again, I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I'm counting
through,
the immediate though. Like what's coming up next, not coming up in 3 years.
I don't have dates for any of that. I'm just going through the list of stuff that they announced at D23, which they said was all stuff that was in production.
No, I get that. But I'm just dismissing the ones that I know that are far out. So go to the next ones, and I'm saying just like what? Okay, what's next?
Incredibles 3.
Next, that's too far out.
Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Oh, that's way far out.
No, that's next year, bro.
Yeah, but end of next year. That's like December 25.
Man.
I'm looking for the next, like, what's coming out in the next 6 to 8 months.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, it's 26, I think. Maybe 20.
Daredevil Born Again.
The TV show.
March.
That one is coming up. Yeah, that's coming up pretty soon. That one I think they'll do okay because they scrapped their original idea. But they had to scrap the original idea to make it okay and follow up with the Netflix series. So basically it's Daredevil season 4.
So you're saying they scrapped it and rewrote it when Iger...
What happened? Well, I don't know. Was he back for She-Hulk? Because they scrapped it once She-Hulk failed. Once She-Hulk bombed, they scrapped it then. So whatever time frame that was.
Which would have been made when Chapek...
I'll take your word. I honestly don't remember. So I don't remember. I'll take your word for that.
What else? They got Mufasa coming out this year.
Tron Ares.
I don't think I like the Mufasa. Now that I've seen the full trailer, I don't think I like that. What they're doing with that.
I don't like the Mufasa's adopted.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
That was weird. Yeah.
Tron Ares seems like it's going to be okay. We're going to come to the real world, but that's still like 2026 or something like that.
Then Mufasa, the Lion King,
Captain America. That was
all. That was all their general. I'm guessing Marvel got their own
section
on this site. So this was because they had a separate thing from all the rest of their movies. I
forgot about that. You're right. They did TV separate from animation, separate from Marvel. Okay, so for Marvel purposes, then Captain America is the next movie to be released. So if that fails, then we're right back to where we started again. And that movie's already been filmed twice. Their budget's blown up to like $400 million. They did a shit ton of reshoots. That's why the movie's been delayed for so long, or part of the reason. So hopefully that's a good thing. You know, they reshot it to make it better and got away from the bullshit that was the previous movies. And I say that loosely because I didn't mind the Marvels the way people did. People were like, "Oh, this movie is terrible." I'm like, "Well, it's not a great movie, but I had fun with it. I want to know what they're going to do at the end. You know, with Beast at the end. Like, okay, pick it up from there." So
we have Captain Marvel: Brave New World coming out in February.
Yep.
We have, then after that, we'll have Thunderbolts, which is coming out in May. After that, we have the Fantastic Four coming out in July.
That's coming out next year?
All three of those are coming out next year.
Because they expect filming to be done in September, by September.
Wow.
So,
and then we have Ironheart some point of 2025.
TV show,
Then, I mean, they listed Blade on here, but I don't think Blade's going to come out in November of 2025.
Yeah, they didn't even announce it at D23.
Yeah, they didn't talk about it. And basically, everything that I read from interviews with them was basically, if you did not hear us talk about it, we do not have a release date for it. There are 2 movies that they have slots for, but they have not announced what movies. But those are way out. Those are out between Secret Wars or Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Yeah, I heard one of those is supposed to be a Sony movie, though. I think it's supposed to be Spider-Man.
Well, probably. Which that way they got to find a way to get Spider-Man into Battle World.
Yeah. So I heard that like there's supposed to be the grounded Spider-Man movie coming out next year, and then in between Doomsday and Secret Wars is the next Spider-Man movie. So when does the last Cross the Universe, whatever the last one's called, comes out? Any news on that?
Good question.
You would think that's like, I don't know, part 2, I guess. Man, what was it? I forget. Which was the first one? Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh, yeah.
And then Across the Spider-Verse? Part 1.
Yeah.
And then, they changed it. They didn't call it part 1 anymore. They changed it so they could call the third one a different title instead of calling it part 2. But yeah, I have no idea when that movie is supposed to come out. You would think it would have come out this year since the other one was last year. I mean, why would you not?
I think I was reading something.
This was a year. I mean, this is a year ago, so who knows? But does anyone know when Part 2 of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse will be released? Pretty sure it got canceled.
No way. Zero chance that got canceled.
What do they have on? Okay, so it does have an IMDb. Nope, that's just for the regular. That's just for the first. Supposed to come out in March 2024. That did not happen. Let's see. News. Where's news?
I was reading something. I don't know if it was a Haley or the actor from Miles. They said we aren't even working on it yet. So
damn.
And that was earlier.
I thought they were working on both at the same time.
I guess not.
Wow. All right. I guess we'll just treat it like a quote unquote regular sequel, and it'll be 3 years later or something. So okay, that's fine and all. I mean, I just thought it was coming out sooner.
As much money as those make, I don't see why they delay it.
Yeah. That's well, unless they're trying to do some kind of Spider-Verse tie-in where they bring the live action like they did in Across the Spider-Verse. So either it's try to link it in with what's going on in the Marvel world or their own Sony-verse world. So if they're trying to, okay, we need to write this so we can bring in this other stuff, okay, fine. And then you got to do what you got to do. As long as they don't take away from the story to do it.
Right.
That's my thing. It's like, because the story has been so good the first two movies. Don't lose that. So that would be kind of fun.
The other thing with D23 was the announcements for the parks. So I guess this would affect Jack the most.
Oh yeah,
a lot of changes at Magic Kingdom.
Coco,
Disney Villains, Cars, and largest expansion.
That's at Disney World, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom.
Wait, isn't it all Magic? Is only Disney World called the Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, the place where the castle and Tomorrowland and all that's called Magic.
So there's 5. I think there's 5 lands.
Yeah, it's 5. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm confused. So is this at Disney World or Disneyland?
Disney World. Yeah.
Okay.
Because then if you go West Coast, it's Disneyland and California Adventure.
Okay, so if it's Magic Kingdom, if somebody says Magic Kingdom, they mean Disney World.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. So Duke, you're telling us the stuff at Disney World.
That's the stuff that they announced.
Okay, got it. I'm not lost anymore.
Expansion, yeah. So they're expanding Disney Magic Kingdom, which I think in a lot of the videos and stuff like that I watched, Magic Kingdom is actually probably the weakest, or they've put the least amount of, has gotten the least amount of love over the years compared to the other lands at Disney World.
I mean, they got Tron a couple years ago, so it's not like
the rest of the lands though have gotten.
Well,
way
yeah,
more.
I mean, Hollywood Studios got Galaxy's Edge, Animal Kingdom got Pandora. So yeah, I can see that.
Gotten a whole new refresh. So there's going to become a villains park. Basically.
Wait, hold on, Duke. You been to Disney World?
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to go every time we would go to Orlando for a celebration.
Oh, right.
We had a Disney day
there too. All right, cool.
Yeah. I went to the Star Wars night of the last weekend of Star Tours before they refreshed it. And I got to ride it 13 times. It's pretty awesome. I don't know. Every time I go to Disneyland, I seem to end up riding Star Tours a million times, but it never gets old.
I got to admit, when we were able to do that, however many times we did at the end of the night a couple years ago, that was pretty rad.
And you kept seeing the same people.
Yeah, right. Man, why didn't they just let us leave our shit up there and look, man,
shit. Just let me take the glasses. You know you're going to see me in 2 minutes.
Right. Don't make me walk through the whole damn queue again. There's 12 of us. Just leave me on the damn ride. They could just line up. That was so silly.
And then when you fill it up, then you have us. No reason for us to leave if you're not filling up the shuttle.
If you fill it up, I will happily get off the damp ride. But you weren't filling it up.
But when I see the doors open up and there's 3 people standing there, come on.
Yeah. Oh man, especially when we were carrying all of our shit because we had our sabers at the time. Remember? Yeah. Good God, people, do some
tucking our sabers up at the front, just laying them down in front of us, praying that they don't
Yep.
So for Magic Kingdom, they announced an expansion with the villains, like a villains land.
So this would be all the Disney villains, all the
Disney. I think it'll be the underrepresented Disney villains.
Okay, so we're not going to have Darth Vader and Emperor.
No, it'll
most likely not. No,
it'll be the Disney movie.
And
Maleficent. It'll be the guy from Beauty and the Beast. It'll be
the evil. Witch,
Snow
or whatever,
White, the
Snow
evil
White.
witch from Snow White. Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll probably
like
be
Jack
an
said,
Incredible,
Cruella.
the bad guy from The Incredibles, the bad person from Frozen. Is there a bad person in Frozen? I'm sure there has to be. Right?
I mean,
not enough to be called a
real.
villain.
Yeah, not enough to make it them
but I don't think they gave any specifics. They just talked about that they're going to put the land in place. They're putting in a Cars ride at Magic Kingdom. And then a reimagined section of Frontierland. Guests will leave Radiator Springs behind and head off into the wilderness with 2 new Cars attractions. A thrilling off-road rally race and a family-friendly attraction that even the youngest racers will love.
So is that just copying what's in California?
No. DCA?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's supposed to be different.
The Cars ride at DCA was copied after Test Track at Epcot. So the ride at Epcot and the Cars ride, I think the ride mechanics share the same thing. So with the car, you're sitting in the car and it's doing the kind of almost the Indiana Jones type of thing, but this one is a lot fat. I mean, we've all been on Cars, so, and I think Test Track is similar. I've never actually ridden Test Track before, but they shut it down.
Kinda ish, but Test Track actually is the fastest Disney coaster. It gets up to 65 miles an hour.
Ooh, cool.
But it's similar to Cars, right? Like that was where they got the technology from.
That's faster than Incredicoaster?
No, I would say not. No, Test Track and Radiator Racers, they're not. To me, they're not similar at all.
Okay, I thought I read that somewhere. Could be wrong. And then Animal Kingdom is getting a new land, which I think we talked about is probably going to replace Dinosaur Land.
Yeah.
And that's going to have take guests on adventures in the tropical Americas. And that will introduce Encanto. It will feature Esperanza, which is the Pueblo Esperanza, a fictional village in the heart of the rainforest that will feel lived in with a long, rich history.
Oh.
And then looks like there's going to be an Indiana Jones ride put in at Animal Kingdom.
Whoa.
And then Disney. Anything you guys have about that?
It just seems out of place. An Indiana Jones ride in Animal Kingdom, but
they have Pandora in Animal Kingdom, so.
It'll be a signature attraction, a thrilling adventure following the heroic Indiana Jones into an ancient Maya temple, and a journey through Casita Madrigal from Encanto, following Antonio's story on the day after he received his magical gift.
That's cool.
It will also feature a beautiful carousel featuring animals from many favorite Disney stories, perfect for young families. It's set to open in 2027. And then I think the last thing that they announced was Hollywood Studios is getting a new Monsters, Inc. ride. And the big thing about that is it will be the first suspended coaster ever in a Disney park. So you're going to ride the doors, I think is what the...
Yeah, that's what the model looked like, yeah. So we'll have to look how that is.
Yeah, you guys will have to let me know.
Yep. So what is Hollywood?
Hollywood Studios is where Galactic Edge is. Or sorry, Galaxy's Edge is.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking like this isn't even in Anaheim. This isn't Hollywood.
No, this is all East Coast because Anaheim doesn't necessarily have room, but I think they did make a couple announcements of Anaheim.
They did, yeah.
So we're getting to those, Lou. Sorry, I'm just getting all.
Oh, we're still.
I'm getting the Disney World stuff out of the way so we can talk about. Stuff that
I totally get that. But you mentioned Hollywood, so I'm thinking, okay, now we're in the West Coast.
Nope, Hollywood Studios, totally different.
Oh man, did not know.
We should have brought that map from Comic-Con.
Dude, that 60-year-old map looked badass. So I, you know what? It was the other day I was thinking about. They had 3 of them, right? I think there were 3 of them.
Yeah, from different decades.
From different 60s, 67, 62, and something else. Dude, that was really cool, though. Yeah.
But all we cared about was Shere Khan with the long tail.
Yeah, at that point. Yeah, that's all little one was caring about, that's for sure.
So for Disneyland Resort, there will be 2 new rides, 2 new Marvel themed attractions. One will be, let's see, they didn't really talk about either of them, right? They just said that they're
I
coming
just
out
heard
with
it.
two.
No,
Coco.
there's one. It's a Doom Coaster, or no, Tony Stark Test Flight. So that one you sit in it.
That's like. Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, so that one you sit in, and it lifts you and roller coasters you. And then there's another one. It's called. I don't remember what it's called, but it's King Thanos. If Thanos had won Endgame, so Thanos took over the whole everything because there was a different Thanos.
But that looks similar to the Spider-Man ride, right? You're in like a car, and there's like interactive elements.
I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I haven't seen a whole lot on it. They did show the ride vehicle for it during D23.
And I thought that looked similar to the Spider-Man one.
Well, it was stacked. It went backwards.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Spider-Man, you all sit next to each other, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
So there'll be two new rides in
DCA.
Avengers Land, which is it's needed. That area is really good. They're going to have a Avatar destination come to Disney's California Adventure, a new attraction there revolving around Avatar. It'll be coming to Disney California Adventure. Other updates are there's a bunch of stuff with Epic Games and Fortnite, but nobody that would listen to this would play Fortnite because we're all much smarter than that. And then they announced that there will be a first ever audio animatronic figure of Walt Disney. It will play in rotation in Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So I think Jack and I were talking a little bit about that before the podcast, but they can't screw that up because that's something that.
Where is that? Where's Lincoln?
Main Street.
Oh,
I haven't been able to take you because the last time we went, it was closed.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely want to take you to the Lincoln thing because you would really enjoy it. It's one of those ones you listen and you stand up at the end, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, America.
It's like, what do you mean you really enjoy it because of the whole slavery thing? And Abe, what you doing here, Jack? What's that about? Am I racist? Shit, yes.
No, you patriotic as fuck, Lou.
Yeah, there is that.
Lou bleeds.
Oh my God.
Blue reads. Holy cow. Holy shit.
Right, try that again. We'll back up.
Blue bleeds, red, white, and blue. There we go.
You know, it's funny you say that because not 10 minutes ago when you started this and talking about Disney and World, and you mentioned the tropical Americas, and then you mentioned Encanto, I'm like, what the hell's it got to do with America? And it's like, oh yeah, South America's a thing. I was only thinking of America.
And Latin America.
Yeah, all that. I wasn't even thinking that.
Central America? Should I go on?
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. Seriously, I kept my mouth shut, and when you go back and replay this, you're gonna look at my face like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, okay. Then you're gonna see the light bulb hit. You're gonna see my expression.
Hey, Lou. Lou, it's called a shin, Lou. It's called a shin.
Lord have mercy. The other thing's called an oyster. Yeah. The thing you do. Oh my God. Oh my man. I'm getting hot again. It's freaking sweating my celebration shirt.
Other observations about D23, it looked like a really shitty version of San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, the sales part did. Anything on the sales floor.
Yeah,
all horrible. Everything, stories are horrible.
Yeah, but I think they had a really cool car area where they had a bunch of like the classic Disney cars. So they had like the car, the car from like
Love Bug and stuff like
the original Nutty Professor, a couple of the Love Bugs.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
The Lucasfilm Pavilion actually brought the volume in. Part of the volume, and they did all their booth was the volume, so you could like experience like how it is.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I think they had like a TVA Marvel experience where you could interact with Rocket Raccoon, like a
hologram or something.
No, it was I thought it was like Turtle Talk, where you walked up and he talked to you, and then you interacted with him, and then like the TVA guy came up and pushed you along.
Yeah, I tried to not watch it too much just because
But
Oh,
I'm ignorant of what's there.
Had you been before? You done D23
No.
before? Oh, then how are you missing it? Bro, you can't miss it if you ain't been there before.
Ignorance is bliss.
There
I'll
is
have
that.
to share the link with you guys on the ride technology that they were showing off at the. It was the floor of little. They're like little balls, but they have pads on top of them, and basically, as you walk, they rotate and make it so you're standing in one place, but it makes you feel like you're walking.
That is cool.
And if you're on like a chair, like the example they were showing was somebody on a chair, and the chair, they were able to move the chair around. It's like the next step of Rise of the Resistance, where Rise of the Resistance is all like animatron, like under the, it's all, there's no, what do they call it? There's nothing holding the ride to the floor except for like the magnets and everything. There's no physical like claw mechanism or anything that so they can take the car anywhere and have it do anything. This is like the next step of that. And it's a very cool technology if they can actually get it to work and get people so they don't get motion sick when they're on it.
That sounds pretty badass though.
But that's the problem with a lot of that stuff. Is that's why VR stuff for me is just like a game. It's like game over because I put that on and my brain the entire time is like, nope, you're not moving, you're not doing this. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm the one that's punching the TV every time.
They had problems with that with the Guardians right at Epcot. People were getting off of that and like being super dizzy, and a couple of people actually
the
fell
roller coaster
and busted their head
because it spun around. Was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not the teacups?
I didn't have that problem because I'm not a bitch. But
exactly. I'm like, okay.
You were fine on it?
Yeah. In fact, I'd go on it multiple times a day if they get rid of the fucking...
You can only do a virtual queue?
Yeah, the Guardians at Epcot, it's only virtual queue. The only time we can go on it twice is if we have the extended hours for staying on property. So you can do a virtual queue during the day, and then you get virtual queue for
the morning, right? Because it opens before the park. Yeah. It adds like an hour on each end or whatever.
Okay.
But Lord knows we ain't never staying on property because that shit's too expensive. Oh, you do? Okay.
You see, son?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I thought you used all that on cruises.
No.
Oh yeah, because you were telling us about what your home.
Yeah.
Your home
so at our home
whatever.
resort is over there. So and it actually connects to Epcot via theirs.
Yeah, I thought you were like 20 minutes away or something.
That's probably by bus.
Yeah. If we take a bus, depending on which park we go to, but if we go to Epcot, they have the sky cars. Like you see the old pictures of like Disneyland, and they have the cars that are flying over.
Yeah,
they have that. It's like a ski lift almost.
Skyway.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta get a job first.
Yeah, you do.
You have more flexibility if you don't have a job. That's the.
There's that. All right, I'll let y'all sponsor me. It's fine.
There we go. I'm gonna go put up a GoFundMe right now.
Right, sponsor a Negro. Let's do this.
Yeah, I think Disney World. If you've never been to Disney World, it's a lot different than Disneyland.
He can count the number of times he's been to Disneyland on one hand. So
right.
Well, the biggest difference is that everything is so spread out. Like you go to like Hollywood Studios and like you almost have to, it's okay. So like, how when we go to Disneyland and we're like, oh, we could do both parks in one day if we wanted to, right? Like if we can go and push DCA, you could get all your shit, run through all your shit at DCA and be in Disneyland at like 2:00, right? That's not happening at Disney World, right? You may get through two lands. You may get through Epcot and maybe Magic Kingdom, but they're so far apart and you're taking shuttles all over the place. And it's nice because you kind of feel like, okay, you're going to commit yourself. And this is just how I view it. Like you're committing yourself to one park for the day. So then you can kind of do everything in that park as opposed to like, shit, we got to rush. What's your top 3 rides? Let's get going so we can get to the other park. You're just like, we're done. We're not leaving.
That doesn't sound fun.
Being at one
What,
park all
rushing
day
or
or
doing one
rushing?
park all day?
No, that distance, like, it's not being at one park all day is fine, but it just seems like that's all you can do because everything's so spread out. It's like, what are you like? Is everything in one park at least close?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you're
I
like
mean,
at
there's
Hollywood,
still, you've been Disneyland, DCA. They're like that. So,
Oh, see, that's fine.
yeah,
a little more. I think they're a little more spread out. Like, for example,
as they can
Hollywood Studios is a little more spread out, but that's because they can be, and also I think it gives them the ability to be flexible to add stuff because they own that entire area. Like, it's only, I think it's like not even 50% developed is the area that they own, right? Like, I mean, most of it is still undeveloped land.
Exactly.
So.
All right. I guess I'm thinking I misunderstood. I'm thinking, like, for example, you go to Disneyland, but imagine Disneyland where everything is more spread out, but it's not what you're talking about. Going from Disneyland to DCA would be
that's more spread out.
Where it's spread out. Okay.
Yeah, you cannot walk to the next park.
Right. That's where I misunderstood.
Or the SkyTram, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, and like, Magic Kingdom has a Frontierland and a New Orleans Square, and those. So Magic Kingdom still has like it's like a mini Disneyland, but there are 4 other parks that also are basically mini Disneylands for all intents and purposes. Yeah. They don't have near the number of rides that the West Coast Disneyland has, each of them individually, but overall,
to do everything that you can do at Disneyland and DCA, you have to go to 3 different parks, I think.
Yeah.
So. It's not horrible, but I will die on that hill.
But there's differences, right? So like if we go to Galaxy's Edge on the West Coast is one way, and then there's changes on the East Coast version of Galaxy's Edge, not fundamental changes, right? There's still Smuggler's Run, Rise of the Resistance. There's still all the same shops and food and that type of thing, but there's little differences as far as like how the land is laid out and how you enter it and that type of thing.
It's mostly the same, but like you come around and you're like, oh no, we can exit over here, and you're like, oh, that's at Disneyland. You can't exit here in Disney World.
Okay.
But I think like,
and also they have alcoholic blue milk there too.
For us, not Lou, for the 2 of us.
It's actual milk?
No. It's like horchata, dude. It's like rice water. You can't
get
no matter how much you milk it.
Out of almonds either, people still do it.
Exactly. Maybe it's a word.
They're not milking almonds. But for example, like Pirates, there's a Pirates West Coast and there's a Pirates East Coast. They're different rides. Generally, they're the same, but they're different. Like,
well, the important thing is the Jungle Cruise different in Disney World.
No, it's about the same.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Okay, see, that'd be a reason to go just to hear the different jokes.
Well, you're going to hear different jokes. I mean, but you're going to. I mean, I think that's a type of ride where you're going to hear different jokes because you're different in a different part, right? A different part of the country. So you're going to get East Coast jokes versus West Coast jokes, which I think are going to. There's probably 2 different books, I would imagine.
Probably.
That makes me wonder. What West Coast jokes did I hear?
I didn't mean sophisticated.
I didn't mean like, here on the West Coast, this is how we do things. Like I'm guessing that the types of jokes are different, but only one way to find out, Lou.
Yeah,
we gotta go to the West Coast.
I was gonna say
international.
Oh, okay. So does that mean It's a Small World is more popular?
It's lamer. They don't have Disney characters, and it's inside.
What? That's silly.
Pirates isn't either. Disneyland Pirates is like 15 minutes. I think Disney World is like 10-ish, if that.
Yeah, and I think there's only like 1 drop in it, right?
Yeah.
But it's a bigger drop.
It's not even necessary to drop.
But it's a bigger drop than the 2 drops at Disneyland. But
the drops that I wasn't warned about, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the fun of warning you?
That was good.
But I think rides like Rise of the Resistance is exactly the same on both sides.
Except it's broken all the fucking time I go on Disney World.
That's true. Disney World.
BB-8 didn't work. What else didn't work?
Radis.
Kylo
Not
didn't
Radis.
work.
the Radis, the commander guy on the shuttle.
Yeah. Beck.
Oh,
Beck, Commander Beck. There we go.
Yeah. Now, every time we go to Disney World, it's always broke. Pisses me off.
But smugglers run the
Let's go
same in
back.
both.
Yeah. Ronto wraps are better on the West Coast.
yeah.
Well, you get
I remember
and you get
you.
breakfast
Yeah,
ones,
I
right?
remember you mentioned something different about
So
them.
at Disneyland, home of the Ronto wrap, the breakfast Ronto wraps have scrambled eggs, right? So we're in Disney World. I'm like, hell yeah, we're going to get us some breakfast Ronto wraps. We order it. It's a scrambled,
Like you'd get at a Burger King.
like McDonald's or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I was
they just
the fuck
No.
is this?
McDonald's is scrambled eggs now.
It's a half. It's like a half taco. Like
Yeah, that does
Yeah.
not. No. So you have to
No.
basically take a
I was
fork
like,
and
no.
scramble it up yourself and crumble it up yourself.
Yeah.
Damn. Ronto wrap sounds good right now. I gotta wait 4 months.
That's how we're eating. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ronto wrap,
Yep.
Ronto wrap, Ronto
Yep.
wrap.
Well, us for sure. S wasn't a huge fan.
Ugh,
Well, let
that's why
me.
you're not putting a ring on it.
It's late. Let me change that. Breakfast was fine. There was no issue about breakfast. It was the spice on the lunch,
Maybe she should try the vegan one.
dude. I don't want to hear that come out your mouth near her. That's a reason not to put a ring on it.
well, and you
No,
know
the
I'm gonna
vegan
go
one
buy
wasn't
the.
horrible.
I'm gonna go buy the loss to the Numa legs or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
So they
Get the
can all go
last-
home.
Yep, absolutely. Send him home early. Send him home early, Duke. Man, no, I guess she could get a vegan one, then add the sausage. Because I don't know what the spice is that bothered her, but there's some spice.
Might
that
be in
it
the
was,
coleslaw.
It was too hot.
Because
It was too
the
spicy.
coleslaw.
Oh, I
has
didn't
a
think
little
about
bit
that. Maybe just try coleslaw on the side because I don't want to waste it. Because I'll eat the coleslaw.
Yeah, right.
And then
I always
might
thought it
like
was the coleslaw that was the spicy
No,
part.
it's a peppercorn.
But that's in the coleslaw, though.
Yeah, I thought it was part of the coleslaw, not a separate sauce. But it might be
might be.
separate sauce. I don't know. We'll have to ask. All I know is the breakfast one was a winner.
Mm-hmm.
I almost got
I don't think they-
got mine stolen. Let's put it that way. So that one was
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely. Yeah, we'll have to go do a bunch of Disney stuff that we didn't get to do the last time we all went together, like the Mr. President Lincoln stuff.
Oh, I'm like
Yeah.
okay, yeah. And I want to do
ride the. We didn't ride the railroad, did we? We didn't ride the railroad.
No,
we
didn't ride the train. No.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we did. Oh, we
Did you ride the railroad? You went through
in
all
May.
the.
In May?
Oh, okay,
No,
you guys
the actual train, not Perfect Picnic, not the ride.
No.
There's a train that goes around the park. Do we?
Oh
take that?
no, we did a ride that was like it was a train
Oh yeah.
It was like
no.
on our-
No,
on
there's
our
an
way
actual train.
from the front of Disneyland, walking towards Galaxy's Edge. There was a train on the right hand side that we rode. It was a ride.
Was that the?
Oh, Big
Was
Thunder
that-
Mountain.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Yeah. No, there's a train that'll just travel you around Disneyland.
It
that's
has stops
cool.
You
in
don't
all
wanna
of the
walk?
lands.
You just get on a train and
Oh,
And then there's-
right.
and then in the
Was it
spot-
broken?
no.
When we
We
went
still
back
take it
with
alive.
2 years ago with Duke, wasn't broken then? Why didn't we do it then?
Yeah.
Just timing?
I don't
Just ran out of time. I think.
Okay.
Just
Like,
walking.
But that'll be the other Disney stuff. Like, let's go do the other Disney stuff we didn't get to do last time. Because I think you had like your rides that you definitely wanted to do,
Yep.
and then
Right.
we had our rides, and then the kids had their rides, and so like let's do the stuff we didn't do this time. No.
Yeah, 'cause we totally knocked out. You're right. We knocked out the ones I wanted to do for sure.
So,
The only
not
the
to
only
say-
one that was maybe was the Matterhorn, and it was broken anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then when we went in May, the recommendation was it'll break your back. So I was like, okay, never mind. We just won't do that one.
Yep.
When you got two of us with hurt backs as it is, we don't need to be
Right.
doing that.
My neck, my back.
Yep, my
Shit,
and
Apple
my
Watch
crack.
still has the Apple Watch still has cracks, scratches in it from Matterhorn.
Damn.
Yeah, he got really too close to the Yeti.
Yeah.
Ah!
No idea what you're talking about.
There's an abominable snowman.
Lou's like, oh, it'd be nice to
It's
see them.
like Yeti prefers a different name.
Anything else, boys? Lou, what was your white person of the week? White person of the week thing.
I suppose I was able to meet up with SO and the kids to the Boulder County Fair.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. Yep.
Yeah, obviously didn't ride anything. Wasn't up to that.
Did you pet the horses?
Dude, I didn't even go near the horses. I got near the goats. I got near the shaved sheep that look like goats when they're shaved. And the pigs.
Gloves?
No. I didn't touch them. I just got near them. Come on now.
It got near being I was in the same vicinity as them.
I mean,
meaning they were way over there, like on the other side of the fair, and I was here, but I could see them from where I was standing.
There was a walk path, and I walked the path, and I stayed in the middle of the path, and they were on either side, and they're little fenced off cages things. They're little, pens, I guess they're called. They had some sheep that looked like KKK sheep. They had them in these freaking outfits that looked like Klan members. And whatever reason, they were next to the two black sheep. Like, okay, whatever. But I guess it's clothing to keep them warm or something. I don't know. They look like, you got to look this up. These KKK sheep. That's what they were. I don't know.
All Lou heard was black.
Exactly.
Black, as he walked by.
Man, I'm looking around. I'm like, it was
true.
It's every year here. It's every spring, I think. And
gotta send me one of your Wild Bill mugs so I can, when I go to Rose City Comic Con, I can get my drink on because you hosed us in San Diego.
Yeah, I totally forgot. When is it?
September 9th through the 11th.
Okay, how many you need?
Just one.
Okay, I'll send it. I got your address. So cool. Yeah, that'll work. But yeah, I would say the fair. I was able, saw some of the art, the stuff, the crafts that they do. Saw a few of the animals. I skipped the whole cock area. I wasn't there. I missed the cock area. So I just walked around.
Your SO didn't miss the cock area.
No, she did not. She absolutely did not. You get that. She was.
Let me just gap you up here.
Oh my god! I wish I could remember. I'll have to remind you guys. There was the name of one of the birds was ridiculous, or the type of bird it was. Like it wasn't
a tit.
No. It wasn't like the cock. It was it wasn't a slimy cock, but there was some name that was just hilarious. And I'll have to ask what it was because that shit was funny. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
So, can you tell me about the types of cock that were at the country fair? Because I do not remember.
For real. Hang on, I think I might have found it. There you go. The cock's name was Destiny, and it's a silky cock. That is the type of cock that this was. A silky. I didn't know that was a thing.
He walked up, was like, I feel seen.
Right? For real. That's a pimp name right there. Ashy. Hey, my arms from my elbows down and my face are always good to go. Just don't.
He's got a Jerry curl in his, but he's got a Jerry curl in his pants, so it's all good.
Yeah, natural berry juices.
My balls are so dry. Kyle, my balls.
Lou just calls it Lou calls his junk a pimping slickback. Is all. Just saying.
Say the whole name.
Pimping slickback.
Exactly.
It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
I think Jack. I think your little girl's phone. I think you're still in her phone. Is that? That's funny.
As I should be.
I'm still looking at this picture. For sale, silky cock, named Destiny, $40. Right? 40. That's some cheap ass shit. You can't even get that in Vegas. You can't. Yeah, $40, man. You might get to look at it for $40 in Vegas. That's all you get. You get a.
When you guys come up here, I'll take care of you guys. We got options.
Wait, with your silky cock?
Yeah. We have options up here.
Vegan options, I'm sure.
Yep. Vegan options, non-vegan options.
Black only parks, you know how it is up there.
Duke and I will sit in the car. We're like, Go play, Lou. Go play with your friends.
No. I saw what happened in 2020, 2021. You guys got to go out there and make the perimeter fence so white people don't get in. You guys got to make that fence. I saw it. It was
We're
the most
allies.
hilarious thing I ever seen. It was like, oh, I guess what people do like segregation, just like the racists.
We're
That's
gonna put safety pins on our shirts.
Oh, damn.
We're gonna have shirts that say "Silky Protection" on it, just for you. and Lou's just gonna have a shirt that says "Silky."
That would be kind of badass, actually. Yeah.
Who's Silky?
Oh,
He's
my
back
God.
there.
That's good.
I didn't say I was good at my job.
Oh my God, that would be so damn funny.
We mostly have to protect.
Yeah,
That's
the
probably
problem.
true.
Yeah,
That's probably
yeah.
true.
Put your earrings back on. Put your shoes back on. You don't got to take your shoes off, Lou.
Give me back my ring. This is all good.
Put your watch back on.
I tell you what, though, first time going to the fair in several years, I didn't realize how much prices increased. Those basic fair games, $1, $2, $3, whatever. Them shits were $5, $7, $10 to play a fair game. I'm like, man, I will go to Five Below and buy a stuffed animal. F that. It was crazy. I was like, nope, I'm not
figured
playing.
that shit out at Chuck E. Cheese. They're like, oh, this is 20,000 tickets. I'm like, that thing costs $20 online. So a ticket is worth a penny.
Yep. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah, F that. I ain't playing those games. But yeah, literally, I walked around where the kids were, I guess, waiting in the line for the Ferris wheel. I was like, okay, we walked around, and it was like $10 for that. $10 to shoot 2 basketballs, and you only got to make one. It's like, for that little price, nope. It was just weird again because I hadn't been in so long, so I was still expecting. Right. He's like, "Oh, cool! I got $20. I can play like 5, 6, 7 games with this." Nope, you could play
1.
2. Right? It was just
lose.
No. Yeah, it was. Although I guess there were some things. Any kid plays, they win. So they're like, okay,
oh, that's cool.
You get a little prize, a little stuff.
Lou walking around like Dorf, puts his shoes on his knees. Hello.
Got to. It's like, I'm only this many.
With my gray ass hair.
Right? Benjamin.
I was gray early. Don't judge me.
But yeah. So, wait. I forgot one.
Damn,
thing.
All right.
Yeah, it was like I said, that was it, especially at an hour 25. But I forgot. You guys mentioned last week. Was it Slingshot? Is that the one? I saw the trailer. That actually looks really good. I'm mad that it wasn't out. I was like, man, I gotta wait till the end of the month for this. I think it's August 30th. I was like,
Frenchie from The Boys.
Yeah. And
without a French accent.
No, he still has it.
But it's not as heavy as
it's definitely
Frenchie.
Not as heavy. Definitely not as heavy. Was it Casey Affleck and Morpheus? But yeah, that freaking movie, I was like, because you mentioned, I was like, okay, fine, I'll go look at this trailer last week, and I did, and I was like, oh shit, I'm all over that. That might be a Thursday movie.
But yeah, I gotta say to you guys, the trailers for the rest of the year.
And then don't forget,
cut out.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we'll get to the Olympics next week. Olympics and football next week. We said we were going to do sports this week. We didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Yep, not at all. Okay, that'll be. You know what? It'll be better though, because at this point we'll have more weeks of preseason in, and more weeks of more players from Minnesota that have been removed from the season. So it'll be great.
Yep.
Did you see that meme? It said it showed Madden and it said just sim to next season.
Oh damn! No, that's crazy. I like it. All right, y'all. So next week is sports. Next week, at least some
sports ball.
And
next week is sports ball.
And Romulus.
And Romulus.
Yeah.
Yes. All right,
kids.
Deuces.
Have a good week.